Welcome to part 13 of the Peterbilt 359 build-up. We made some more progress on this now, so all the wiring's in, everything's tucked away, which is great. We've started to put on a lot of all of the auxiliary parts. So we've got like all the air filters and whatnot on the sides of the truck. We've got the exhaust system that goes from inside all the way underneath to the smokestacks that they've got, so they're all on now. Next bit for me to really work on is just getting all of the little bits put on the roof at the front. That'll be pretty good. We just also need to get the lens covers on the front as well. And then it's just a question of getting all the other little bits and pieces that go on either side of the sleep cab and also at the back as well. And then that should pretty much finish the truck off. So we're not a million miles away from actually finishing this, so I'm kind of hoping that we should be able to make some pretty good progress on this truck within the next few days, really. As I said, there's not a lot on. Some of it you have to wait. I mean, it's yesterday it took me most of the day just to get all of the smokestacks and whatnot in, because you just had to wait for parts to dry before you could get the next part in, because otherwise it would all just start to sag, etc. So I just had to be a little bit patient with that yesterday and get those bits in. But now hopefully the other bits that we've got to put in aren't going to be so fussy. The only one of the only bits that I need left to put in on this side is this little cap here. I sprayed that yesterday with the Molotov chrome, and I'm just waiting for that to cure properly before we do that. We've also Molotov chromed the sun visor that goes on the front as well, so just again waiting for that to cure properly before we touch it. Normally takes about sort of 4 or 5 days for those to cure properly, so you can actually handle them without smudging anything on them. So we've got those bits sorted out. Yeah, so I'm just going to carry on, get a few more bits and pieces done on that, and when I can't do bits and pieces on that, I'll just start working on the Pontiac again, and get some bits done on that. So as soon as I've made some more progress on this wee beastie, I shall come back to you. Now got one side of the truck completed, the side that needs the least amount of work anyway. The other side is going to be, well, it's not going to be tricky, but we just need to make a mount for the door to go back on after I cut it out, so I can get the all the electrics wired in. But we've got the if we look at the front, well, let's try and zoom in. So we've got one headlight on this side, and as you can see we've got a little black triangle there and also one at the bottom, and I've done that on both sides. Basically those parts aren't meant to be part of the actual main lights themselves. It's just like the surround for them. What I need to do is just paint those with a Molotov chrome. Molotov chrome. We're not making fiery bombs here. So we just need to put the Molotov chrome in there just to finish that off. We've got the side lights in on this side as well. We've also got the front fog lights in down there. We've also managed to get the wing mirror construction in. Now that, believe it or not, has just been hard work, because none of the bits actually really fit too well at all. And even using super glue I couldn't get them to fit properly. I ended up using the toothpick, or a box of toothpicks underneath it, and then just on top of that I had a tin of paint just to get it up in the right position so everything could glue properly. Yeah, so that was a bit of a pain in the bum, but we got that done. As you can see, we've got all the bits and pieces on the roof there as well. So we've got the air horns and also the little lights there. We've also got the little light at the top, my little searchlight as I like to call it. We've also got the chrome grab handle there. We've also got the door handle for the sleeper cab. We've painted the inside of that with semi-gloss black as it asks us to do. We've also done exactly the same on the door there as well. We've also got the tyre guarding on that side, and we've also got the one in on the back as well. We've also got the two chrome bars at the back as well, and sorry, let's see if we can get you down there so you can see it. There you go. We've also got the step in. All I did with that is I just painted that in the flat aluminium. It's the same on the other side as well. So we've got one side of the truck now that's complete. Just need to do the same to the other side. Once I've got that done, I'll then be able to just put the visor in and just put the cap on the other side as well that needs to go in, and I also need to put the fuel caps on as well. So I might as well do that side whilst I'm kind of thinking about it as well. But that's about it for the moment. As soon as I get the other bits and pieces done, I will come back to you. Good news is we've almost finished the truck now. I've put the last parts on a little while ago, just waiting for them to dry now. And then I've just got 4 decals to put on. It's the fire extinguisher inside, decals that go on either side of the sleeper cab, and then we've got the registration decals, which are going to be for South Carolina. There are further decals that I'm not putting on. It's those little stripy ones there, the red and white stripy ones. There's also, if we turn it the right way up, you'll see there that we've got plates for Mississippi and also for Oregon, which aren't going on. As I say, I've just chosen the South Carolina ones. So yeah, just waiting for everything to dry up, as I say, get those decals on. Once those decals are on and in place and pretty much will dry, I'm then just going to pound the thing up, get all of the SMDs into position properly, tack them in with a little bit of super glue. I could have most probably done that at the start actually, and it would have been a bit easier, I guess, but hey ho, never mind. These, you know, it's just the way these things go, innit? But anyway, I'll just get those done, which is going to take a little while to do, I guess, because there's quite a few on the front and quite a few on the back. So it's going to take a fair while to get those done. So as soon as all that lot's done, I will come back to you so we can take one final look at the truck with all the lights working as well. So what is going to be still a couple of hours worth of work for me is going to be less than a second for you. So I'll come back to you as soon as I've got the rest of the work done. Now I've got everything done on the truck, finally. We've had a bit of a problem with the lights at the back end. As you can see, we've got one SMD there and one SMD there that have gone, which is a bit of a shame, to be fair, but I think it was when I was trying to move them into position. I think unfortunately the wire snapped. That's one of the problems with these SMDs, I think, is the fact that the wires are so thin on them, and you've only got a thin amount of solder just keeping them on. So I think, you know, they're just a bit delicate, and sometimes you try to do things with them that you really shouldn't. We've also got a problem on the front. I know what it is, and I need to sort that out as well. We've got a bit of a wiring issue, but let me just turn the truck around. It's quite difficult to do this actually without trying to break anything on it. That's it. So as you can see there, we've got one little SMD that's gone there. Unfortunately, it's the same issue. One of the wires have come off the back end. You can see that the front lights are working on this side quite nicely. The ones on this side unfortunately aren't. I know what the problem is. It's just a question of am I going to be able to fix it or not. Basically what's happened is where I've had to run the wires through for the lights down the side of the hinge for the hood and then into the frame, it looks as though two of the wires on this side have actually snapped. So I need to try and fix them. I need to try and get back in there and try and fix those and see see where they've gone and see how I can repair it. Obviously I'm just going to do that at some point in the future. I'm not going to bother doing it now, to be fair. But she's not looking too bad. I'll just get the main light shut off so we can start to see that she's not looking too bad. If we turn that light off, you can see that it's starting to come in on its own. And then if we turn the bench power supply off, boom, you can actually now see the lights coming up on the roof of the truck as well. And you've got the nice glow at the back there as well from the tail lights. So it's a bit of a shame about those going, but as I say, I know what the problem is. Yeah, I've just got to try and figure out a solution to try and sort those lights out. As I say, it's a bit of a pain in the bum, but as I say, I'll just get those sorted out when I can think of a solution. But that's going to be about it really for this build. Onwards and upwards, finish off the Pontiac Firebird, and whilst I'm doing that I think I might break out the 65 Mustang as well and start working on that. But I just released the build series as one vehicle at a time, so I'm always going to be a few videos sort of like in front on each of the builds, I think, from now on, because I've got the room to be able to build them. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you for watching this series. I hope you've enjoyed the build as much as I have, even though it hasn't really come to the proper conclusion that I wanted with the lights being out, but nevertheless these things happen, and we just have to try and figure a way out of it. But there you go. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the series, and I'll catch you guys in the next build. Till then, thanks for watching, and please do take care.